Now, you stated earlier today that President Trump asked you to take down dictation, quote, many times. Is that correct?
It is.
But on page 91, volume 2 of the Mueller report, it states, quote, the president then asked Lewandowski to deliver a message to Sessions and said, quote, write this down, close quote. This was the first time the president had asked Lewandowski to take direct dictation. The first time.
Those are not my words, Congressman. Those are the investigators' words.
Right. Did you lie to Bob Mueller, or are you lying to us?
I didn't lie.
Okay. You're not really here to tell the truth. You are here to participate in a continuing cover-up. Russia interfered with this election in sweeping and systematic fashion. The Trump campaign welcomed that assistance at the highest level. There were subsequent acts of obstruction of justice with respect to the investigation. The American people deserve to know the truth.
Mr. Chairman.
This is Trump's 2016 campaign manager, Corey Lewandowski, during a congressional hearing on Trump's obstruction of justice, getting caught in a lie. And that's because Lewandowski said that Trump had asked him to transcribe his dictations on a number of occasions, but told Mueller's investigators that he'd only ever been asked to do so once. In other words, either Corey Lewandowski is perjuring himself at this congressional hearing, or he lied to federal investigators, both of which are illegal. But of course, this isn't and never was about legality. This is solely about yet another Trump administration official continuing the president's efforts to obstruct justice. Because yes, Lewandowski just got caught perjuring himself either to Congress or the special counsel, but the very basis, the foundation of what he's being asked about is in and of itself an instance of obstruction of justice. Because frankly, notwithstanding whether he dictated one or multiple notes for Trump, the more important issue at hand here is that Trump dictated a letter written to then Attorney General Jeff Sessions, masquerading as a letter written by the Attorney General himself, stating that Mueller's probe is very unfair, that the president had done nothing wrong, and that Sessions planned to meet with Mueller to limit him to investigating election meddling for future elections. That is absolutely, unequivocally Trump obstructing justice. Mueller includes this as an instance of obstruction of justice in his report. There is no other way to cut it. It was illegal then, and it's illegal now. And Lewandowski knew it was illegal. That's why Trump didn't write and deliver the letter himself. That's why instead of complying with Trump's demand to deliver the letter to Sessions, Lewandowski gave it instead to White House Deputy Chief of Staff for Policy Rick Dearborn to deliver it for him, which Dearborn also failed to do. Because, again, it was not legal. I don't know how much simpler I could make this. If you're Corey Lewandowski and the President of the United States asks you to do something and it seems so unlawful that you don't do it, then that speaks for itself. Here's the thing. We knew this before, but whether it's because of the Republican Party's endless disinformation campaigns, or because as a nation we have scandal fatigue, or because not enough Americans paid close enough attention to the Mueller investigation, it's important that we repeat these facts so that the truth reaches the American people. It is essential that Americans take from this hearing the fact that Donald Trump dictated a letter to his campaign manager to give to Jeff Sessions, who would then pass off that letter as his own to stop an ongoing investigation into the guy who wrote the letter in the first place. I mean, this is banana republic level corruption. It is beyond disqualifying. It is not only impeachable, anyone else would be in prison for this. If it means we have to relitigate the Mueller report at a congressional hearing, then so be it, because the law was broken at the direction of the president. And until every American knows that, we need to keep repeating it. And here's the thing, if you're Donald Trump and you're innocent, or in his words, totally and completely exonerated, then you don't need to send your hatchet man to do this at a congressional hearing.
Mr. Lewandowski, is it correct that as reported in the Mueller report on June 19, 2017, you met alone in the Oval Office with the president? I said,
is there a book and page number you can reference me to, please? I don't have a copy of the report in front of me.
Volume 2, page 90. But I simply ask you, is it correct that as reported in the Mueller report on June 19, 2017, you met alone in the Oval Office with the president?
Could you read the exact language of the report, sir? I don't have it available to me.
I don't think I need to do that, and I have limited time. Did you meet alone with the president on that date?
Congressman, I'd like you to refresh my memory by providing a copy of the report so I can follow along.
You don't have a copy with you?
I don't have a copy of the report, Congressman.
Clock will
Mr. Chairman, I request that the clock be stopped while this charade is sorted out.
Yeah. Okay.
I'm sorry, Congressman, what page was it?
The clock should have been stopped and should remain stopped. Page 90, volume 2.
Okay, and which paragraph, sir?
I don't have it in front of me.
I'd like a reference, sir, so I can follow along on what they're asking.
Do you not have an independent recollection of whether you met with the president on that date?
Congressman, I'm just trying to find in the Mueller report where it states that.
Well, you have it in front of you. I gave you the page number.
Okay, where on page 90 is it, sir?
Mr. Chairman, you got to start the clock.
No, I don't have to start the clock when he's filibustering.
And if it seems like all of this obstruction and stalling and politicization is especially egregious, that's because in addition to running cover for a pre-existing cover-up, Lewandowski is also using this hearing as a launching pad for his own Senate bid. In fact, during a break, Lewandowski took to Twitter tweeting, "New website just launched to help a potential Senate run, sign up now." It's all one strategic, interconnected effort to put enough Trump sycophants in power to ensure that the president will never face accountability for his actions. This guy should be held in contempt of Congress, not running to be elected to it. There's a reason that the White House instructed Lewandowski not to answer any questions at this hearing, but no amount of obstruction could stop him from confirming what we already know to be an impeachable offense, that the president of the United States used his campaign manager to tell his attorney general that he'd be limiting the scope of an ongoing investigation to protect himself. So Lewandowski might do his best to be a loyal soldier for his audience of one, but the truth eventually comes out and nothing scares Trump more.